Okay, so welcome back. Just picked up the birds from the airport. We'll go and have a bit of a look at them. I've just got them settled in. Took me an absolute mission to get down here because the weather today was horrible and the traffic was quite some time to get home anyway because it was very slow. So what I've done, as I said before, I've just set them up in this here for now, and I've got this drop down plastic here in case the weather gets too crazy. We are having some really heavy rain like last year. That was very uncommon, but we've got these two new birds in here, so we're going to have a bit of a look at them. Let me just open that up. The old little cage is getting a bit worse for wear, but check out these guys, looking pretty good. They've been on a plane for probably, I'd say, at least 4 hours at a minimum by the time they boarded them and then got them over to me. So yeah, let's have a bit of a look at these guys. We'll follow them over the next few days anyway. They're just in quarantine at the moment, and then we will sort of mingle them in with the rest of the flock as time goes on. So and I'll probably fill these in a bit more as I go along as well, because I've only just got home from an absolute kind of 3-hour nearly mission to go pick them up and then come back down. So I just wanted to get some food into them and some water, and then hopefully they'll settle a bit better. So we've got a male and a female in here, which were sent in from one of you guys who watch this, and your two daughters that watch this as well. They've named these guys. I'll have to put that up on the screen there on top of these birds so that everyone can see them. But I need to get on the computer, have a bit better of a look. They are Veenstras, both of them. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how these blend in with some of my birds. So we'll just have to wait and see. But they are settling in pretty well. They've only been in this box a couple of minutes and they're already pecking at the seed that we've got there for them as well. So that's a good sign that they're very happy, healthy. This one's the hen. That's what I'm assuming anyway. She's the noisiest one. And then this one's the cockbird over here. Both very happy, healthy looking birds, which is good. Young, so they've got a little bit more growing to do. Not sure if we'll be able to get them breeding straight away. Maybe the hen. I think the cock might be a bit younger. He was making a young noise in the loft. I'm in the little basket on the way down. So we'll see. We'll get them settled in. Having a bit of a peck at all the seeds there. They're probably a little bit different mixture than what they used to, but I'm sure they'll settle in pretty well. If you've got any questions, put them down below. I will, fill you guys in a little bit more about these ones as time goes on, but I just wanted to get this one up so you can have a look, and we'll get them hopefully breeding. But we'll see. I'll have them in here for about a week to start with, and we'll just see how they travel. If they're looking pretty good, then we might separate the cocks and the hens. I think the hen might be ready to breed, but I think this guy's just a little bit quieter. So we'll see how they go. He might need a few more months, maybe closer to the end of the year. But yeah, we'll definitely see how they go. He's stretching his wings. He's been in that little box on the aeroplane. He's, I'm going to stretch my wings out here a bit. Very placid, which is good. Not too wild. Sometimes I worry about having the birds in this little box because they can get a bit flighty. But these ones definitely well looked after and well raised, so they're very tame and relaxed, which is good. Some birds I've had in here are just nutcases and they want to try and fly out, and we don't want that. I think after a week or so these will be well settled and ready, hopefully, to give us some eggs. So these will most likely be paired in with some of our birds, the birds that we've got here. But we'll just have to wait and see, because I'm sort of going through who I'm going to pair with who at the moment. We have separated them at the moment, so we'll leave these guys to it and we'll just have a little look at all the other birds. But to round that off on these guys anyway, one of the subscribers that watches this, him and his daughters, gifted me these two birds, which are well-bred Veenstras. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go. Some of them are in the Meadows 1 loft race this year, doing pretty well, so that's good for us here. We can try and integrate them into our birds and see how they go. And because they were so kind, I'm going to pair most likely the cockbird, well, one of those, going to give them one of the babies. So they're going to get one of the Leo Storm crosses from these. I'm going to gift to one of them and see how they go over there as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting. We will follow these ones. Hopefully they get breeding pretty soon. And hopefully I can get this all done before the rain. And what I done this morning before I went to the airport is I separated all the hens that I wanted to breed, and they're all looking really, really good. I'm actually pretty happy with the little selection of them that we got here. So they'll be in here for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll start moving them across into some boxes with some of the cockbirds. I really need to close those 2 boxes up because I don't want these birds to pair up. I don't want the hens pairing up, I'll tell you, that's just a pain, and I might have to shut that box because those 2 probably shouldn't be in there together. But I can't do much about these 2 bottom ones down here. So the hens at the moment just tucked away over here on the side in this darker box. Hopefully they are ready to breed. I know most of the older ones are, and the weather will be quite nice in a couple of weeks. We'll be heading into spring, so these hens will be in overdrive, ready to breed. We will have a look at the cocks in a minute and just see how they're going, because I've moved the all the other birds away from them, so they're probably driving themselves nuts and chasing each other at the moment. But yeah, we will see. Those hens are here at the moment. I do need to shut those 2 boxes up, but I did give them food, water, and pink mineral powder, and they've also got the grit there, so they will have as much food as they want to eat for the next few weeks. I generally just like to treat them before they start pumping eggs out and babies, but they're looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what's in here. All looking pretty happy and healthy and pretty close to breeding, I think. Okay, so you just opened that box, that's cheeky. I'm gonna have to get back in there now. I shut those other 2 boxes over there so they don't pair up, because unfortunately it's not ideal to have the boxes in here with hens because they will pair up, which is not a good thing, but it's a good sign that they are willing to breed. So yeah, it's good. And I don't mind them being tucked away over here. What are you doing? You're very cheeky, whoever you are. So yeah, we'll follow these ones over the next few weeks anyway, and then hopefully we'll go through a bit more of the pairings, who we're going to pair with who and whatnot as well. That's Little Storm there on the right too. For a lot of you asking where she is, she's still here. But I think these 2 hens here might have paired up already, which is not a good sign. But we should be able to separate. Once we put them in with cocks, I think things will change pretty quickly. So yeah, we'll just do what we can do for now, but that's not looking good, but we'll sort it out. So what I did differently than this morning's video, I filmed another video before I went and picked the birds up, which was yesterday's video, is these guys have been, well, I think that hen's going to lay eggs again pretty soon. I think the first round of eggs trying to get her to lay was pretty hard, but the second round popped out, they should pop out a bit quicker. She seems like she's cycling, and then she might actually be ready to go again, because you can see her, she definitely kind of looks like she wants to lay eggs again. So what we're going to do is let her lay again. And what I did is, well, I've shut that one up anyway. I haven't looked at the babies just yet, and I don't really want to, because, you know, I'm all excited from getting new birds, and I don't want to see what's going on there just yet. We'll have a look later on when I come back to feed them. I put the nest bowl back in with Leon Storm. We've got a little bit of time before we pair the other ones up, so if they do lay another round of eggs, I want to put it in under these ones down here. That would be ideal. So yeah, I just set that up there for now, because I thought either way, we either leave them up there together, separate them completely. What are you doing, mate? Or, lost my train of thought now, Leo, you've put me off. Or we just let them go for another round and then try and foster them out. The main reason is I just want to get a few rounds out from Leon Storm, which is hopefully they make it. Hopefully that one makes it. If we get another one, that'll be really good. Then we can completely stop them, because I want to pair them back up again and try and put 1 or 2 of their babies in the Pattaya next year, early next year. And then we'll have a whole bunch of babies to race from them without draining the hen out too much. So I feel like that's the best plan. So that's what's going to happen. And then maybe that last round that comes out might get in a one loft, but who knows, we'll still have some for local racings. And the cocks at the moment, They seem to have settled down a bit. They were a bit crazy this morning, but I think we're going to be pretty fine. I will start opening these boxes up in the next few days and completely take everything out. This little cock down here is crowing a lot too, which is a good sign, because he is definitely getting ready to breed. So when we pair him up with some hens, it should be pretty good. And then over in this other section, only changed from before. Looks like these two have paired up too. So there's been a change in the last few days. The weather has changed a bit, and you can see all the cockbirds are crowing, all the hens are going crazy. So we are getting close to really getting a bit of breeding done. So it looks like those two paired up just in that little move. So what I did is I moved them. The cockbirds are fine down here. I moved them out of this section, cross into this one. Just a little bit of space, so those cockbirds a little bit more eager, because they're not really seeing any hens. So anyway, hopefully shortly we'll get all those two new birds mingled in with the rest of the birds once I've passed quarantine and we've made sure everything's all good. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Things are starting to get busy and exciting, so I'll see you very soon.